Good evening, I'm Scott Swan. We want to begin tonight with the changes made to Indiana's Religious Freedom Restoration Act. Governor Mike Pence privately signed the bill late today and then left for Europe. It adds new language prohibiting the use of the law to discriminate or deny services. In a statement, the governor said, in part, "I believe resolving this controversy and making clear that every person feels welcome and respected in our state is best for Indiana." Now, with the compromise now a done deal, Governor Pence is calling for a renewed commitment to Hoosier hospitality. He's hoping this religious freedom fix will fix Indiana's image as thousands of basketball fans come to town for the Final Four. The Night Beat's Emily Longnecker joins us live tonight. She's got the rush to shift attention away from the Indiana State House and back to March Madness. Emily?
Well, Scott, to look at all the areas down here at Capitol in Georgia where fans can enjoy themselves this weekend, you'd never know that Hoosier hospitality was ever in question. But it was by some this past week after RFRA became law.
4 teams and thousands of their fans have arrived in Indianapolis. The battle for college basketball supremacy and the excitement are ramping up in the Circle City, just as another battle winds down.
Hoosier hospitality's taken a bit of a hit in the last week.
We'll never be defeated!
A battle that thrust Indiana into the national spotlight, not for the games it was about to host, but for the fight that erupted over the Religious Freedom Restoration Act signed into law last week.
No hate in our state!
Critics argued RFRA would allow for discrimination against the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender communities.
But it certainly wasn't intended for the message that it was mischaracterized as by opponents and, unfortunately, some of the proponents of the bill, that any Hoosier's rights are valued any less than any other Hoosiers.
Today, Indiana lawmakers added language to RFRA, specifically prohibiting discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
More or less, nothing has changed, except the circus that has been in town for the last 2 weeks and damage to the state's reputation and to our economy.
IU Law School professor Robert Katz says adding the language now after the uproar that put the Hoosier state front and center may be too little, too late.
Now the entire country knows that the state of Indiana does not prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
And the fight over that, says Katz, isn't going away.
Not only is the fight not over, the fight is barely getting started.
And the fans we talked here to tonight said that they had followed this RFRA controversy and they were glad some sort of compromise had been reached. Of course, the law professor we spoke with tonight saying that the compromise was really just a short-term fix, and at some point Indiana lawmakers were going to have to address equal protection for everyone in the state. Emily Longnecker, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.